Hello, I'm Chenhua Su again. Let's learn GRE vocabulary with superhero movies. Today we are going to talk about personality, the synonyms of courageous, fortitude, and coward. The first actress I choose is Jean Grey, and she's very audacious, and she's very bold too. Audacity is like the boldness is a noun form. How can you remember this word? You can think that she is having guts to speak in front of the audience, like the one she performed in X1 movie when she lecturing those senators at the very beginning of the movie. The next one is bravados. You can separate into brave plus do, which means doing something pretense brave when she's bluffing. And the third one is collected. Collected, you can see the word is look like collect, and you can think of Jean Grey's collect all her phoenix power and fight, which means possess of calmness and composure often through concentrated effort. Composure is the synonym of calmness. And the next one is daredevil. You can just think of dare like a devil. This is a very important figure in other Marvel movie, and he is a Columbia University's Juris Doctor, and he fights for justice and as a defender of justice in the dark. He's a blind-eyed man because we can know that in justice there's a famous proverb called justice is blind. Okay, the next one is epic. Epic is not only meaning about classic, it also have other meanings like heroic. Because the epi root means upon, to, besides, among. So if you behave very well and very heroic, you can also call epic. And the next one is exploit. You can think of when she exploits her energy, she performs her heroic act. And exploit has a lot of meaning, but here it only means the heroic act. The next one is gallant, and the noun form is gallantry. You can just think of Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman is brave lady's man. And this word has two meanings. The first one is brave, and the second one is lady's man. So I just make this sentence to make you easy to remember. The next one is grit. You can just think of go for it when in love with Wolverine, like Jean Grey. And this means firmness of mind or spirit. She has the determination to having a love affair with Wolverine. Okay, the next one is beast. I also classify him in courageous. The first vocabulary we have is intrepid. Ins mean no and negative. Trepid mean tremble. If you don't tremble, which means you have no fear, just like his performance in First Class. And the next one is metal. You can just think of mentality hard, like metal, which means courageous. The third one is morale. Do you remember the plots that he devised Newton's policy and increased morale of Newtons? I think you still remember the X1 movie and the X3 movie. They have a cooperation with human forces. The next one is nerve. You can just remember the word nervous, and if you have no more nervous, means you are facing something very challenging with courage. Here, he faced the absence of love from Mystique with no fear, so this also means courage. The next one is pluck. He has a lot of blue hide, and he never pluck off his blue hide and be very courageous. And the next one is prowess and proud. How to remember this word? Just remember this very famous line, go go Power Rangers. This is another movie, it's called Power Rangers. Okay, prowess also means courage too. Okay. The next one is Mystique. She is also very courageous. And the first one is spunk, which means courage. How to remember this? You can think of drunk then speak with courage. And the next one is stout-hearted. Stout means brave and firm. So she stays in her blue outlook with brave heart, which means she's courageous. And the next one is temerity. Tenebrae is the Latin root of darkness. She acts in the dark side bodily with Magneto. So she has temerities means she's courageous. Next one is a very common word called valiant. Val and val means strong and value. So she stands along with mutant and protects the values of the mutant's diversity. Means she is courageous and valiant. Okay, so valor and valorous are all similar meanings. The next one is hardihood and hardy. Do you remember there's a movie called Inception? The guys in one of the guy actors called Tom Hardy. You can think of his bold dreams and crazy boldness and courage. So here we can think of Mystique's hard heart is hardy and intractable. I think you still remember what intractable means when we learned this word in the Wolverine part. It means he's really hard to tame and is recalcitrant. Okay, the next one is Cable. I classify him in Fortitude because he has a lot of strong force. The first vocabulary we have is dogged, which means obstinate like a dog in finding the enemy child in DP2. This is a sentence I create for you to remember. And the next one is Fortitude. For and fort means strong. So he is very strong when fighting against DP with great fortitude. The third one is hard-bitten. This is a very easy word. You can just think of hard to bitten in jail. Bit is bite. It's not the B-E-A-T-T-T-E-N. Here is B-I-T-T-E-N. You can think of thing that is hard to bit, which means he has fortitude. The next one is scrappy. Scrappy means fight or quarrel. You can remember by saying, oh crap, means feisty, which means fidgety, touchy, quarrelsome. Both fidget and touch means inflame someone with very bad manner and make them feel angry. So touchy and fidgety both have similar meanings in people's are being made angry. And fidget is more like you are trembling or feeling nervous. And quarrelsome, you already know what this quarrel means. So quarrelsome means like to do the fight with your mouth. And the next one is volition. Vol means well. So if you have full of will, means you have determination. Here, in the movie, his determination to go back to time machine is very courageous. So the next one, we are going to introduce coward. The first actor I think of is Todd in the X1 movie. So the first vocabulary called craven. How to remember this is so hard, right? You can think of cry in front of raven. Raven is Mystique. So this word means coward. Craven means coward. Next one is effeminate. If means X, feminine means woman. This is a kind of gender discrimination word and means oozing woman's scent. For example, Todd oozing woman's scent in front of Jean Grey. The next one is faint-hearted. You can just think of heart faint, so it means coward. You have no courage to do something, so your heart is faint. Your heart faints. The next one is ooze. Basically, this has nothing to do with coward, but you can use it as a verb, like courage flows out. Courage ooze means coward. The next one is pusillanimous. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce this word. I'm not a native speaker, but I tried my hard to make you remember every word that you learn. So I checked the words. The root enemy means life, and pusil means mean. And you can think of poor life with no metal. Do you still remember what metals mean? Yes, it means courage. So if you have no metal, means you are very coward. So the next one, we are having spineless. So if you don't have a spine to stand like a Todd, then you are a coward. Okay, the next actors I choose is Pyro. Pyro means fire. So the first vocabulary we have is flabby. This is a word come from flaggy. Flag is the one we saw a lot when Independence Day is coming. So this word means feeble and flaccid like a flag. For example, his behavior in X2 movie is very flabby. And the next one is flaccid, and its noun form is flaccidity. Flag means loose hold up. So if you didn't hold firm or stiff, means you are very coward. The next one is flimsy. In film 2, he was lacking in physical strength or substance to fight against the good people. So if you are very flimsy, then you walk very lamely, like a limp person. The next vocabulary we have right now is limp. So how to remember this word? You can think of walk lamely like his scintillating fire. Scintillating means sparkling. His fire without what is that called? I forgot how to say that. Something like that can lit up the fire. Yeah, it's a very small stuff. Anyway, you can remember limp by walk lamely like his scintillating fire. The next one is maudlin. These words come from Magdalene. This is a Christian's word. So you can think of Ellen with Magneto makes him cry like a baby, which means weakly and effusively sentimental. Okay, the next one is still him. He's still very coward. The first word we have is spongy, so soft like a sponge means coward. And we have supple and suppleness. Toll means to feel. So you can think of supply his dying fire by feeling ice from the Iceman, which means pliant and compliant. So the next one we have is susceptible. This is a very common word in the SAT. Suck and sub means under. So you can think of weak under Magneto's stature. Okay, the next one is dastard. How to remember this word? I just turned D into B, which means bastards, right? You can think of bastard, you coward. The last one is poltroon. Port means lazy, und means people or something. So if you fire without spirit like a pyro, means you are spiritless coward. Thank you for listening.